Hello Year 10. Today we're going to be looking at the effect of catalysts on rates of reaction. So you've got this experiment sheet on Show My Homework. So what we're looking at is doing one experiment without a catalyst and measuring the rate of reaction, and then using the exact same equipment but this time adding a catalyst in and seeing if the rate of reaction changes. So what we've got is sulfuric acid. So we've got 25 ml of sulfuric acid in our measuring cylinder. It's 1 molar sulfuric acid. And then we've got approximately 5 pieces of zinc in this container here. So thinking about our reactants, we've got an acid and we've got a metal. So think back to chapter 4 where we looked at writing equations. So metal plus acid, think of MASH. What is it that's going to form? Hopefully we'll have salt and we'll have hydrogen gas. So our hydrogen gas we're going to collect in our measuring cylinder here. So we've got a measuring cylinder turned upside down and it's filled with water. So our water level is up at the top here. So what we're going to do is react the acid and the zinc in the conical flask, and then hopefully our hydrogen should travel through the delivery tube into our measuring cylinder, and as we produce the hydrogen gas, the water should be displaced from our measuring cylinder, and then we can measure the volume of gas that's produced. So we're going to measure every 30 seconds, see the volume of our gas, and then do the exact same experiment but with a catalyst and see if the volume of gas differs. Okay, so if we get started. So first of all, I'll put the 25 ml of acid into the conical flask. So remember, we're on 0 at the top here for our measuring cylinder, and then we'll put in our 5 pieces of zinc, put them on, and then start our stopwatch. And then remember, we're timing every 30 seconds to record the volume of gas that's produced. Okay, so make sure you're able to write a word equation for this reaction. So zinc plus sulfuric acid, think about what it forms when the zinc and the sulfuric acid react together. Okay, so we're producing few bubbles of hydrogen gas here. Okay, so on our first 30 seconds we are on 8 cubic centimetres. So if we write 8 cubic centimetres for our first 30 seconds, then we're on to our next 30 seconds. See what volume of gas we'll produce. So whilst you're waiting for this, if you write down a word equation, so zinc plus sulfuric acid, if you write down the name of the salt that's forming, and then also make sure that you're writing down the name of the gas that's being produced as well. So in our next 30 seconds we are now on 12 cubic centimetres. Okay, so we're now going for our next 30 seconds. And see what we get. So have a look at that word equation. Have you got as your products zinc sulfate as the salt plus hydrogen gas? So we should have zinc plus sulfuric acid forming zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Okay, next 30 seconds. We're now on 16 cubic centimetres of gas. Once you've got the word equation, see if you can change that into a formula equation. See if you can remember the formula for sulfuric acid. See if we can write that down, and see if we can work out the formula of zinc sulfate. That's a little bit more tricky. You'll need to see if you can remember the formula of the sulfate ion. Okay, if you can't remember the formula of the sulfate ion, it's SO4 with a 2- charge. Okay, next 30 seconds, we're now on 21 cubic centimetres. Then we've got 1 minute left where we need to time. So we're looking for our next 30 seconds to see what volume of gas we've got this time. Okay, and our next 30 seconds, we are on 25 cubic centimetres of gas, and then our final 30 seconds. So we're looking to see the final volume of hydrogen gas produced. So think back to that formula equation. We should have Zn for our zinc plus H2SO4, our sulfuric acid, forming ZnSO4, which is our zinc sulfate, plus H2 for our hydrogen gas. And our final volume of gas produced is 31 cubic centimetres. So if you have a look at my results table, and these are the results that you need in your results table. Okay, so we'll stop this experiment and then we'll have a look at the reaction with catalyst, and we'll see if it's altered the rate of reaction at all. Okay, bye-bye.